Hello everyone, we're back.
We are back.
And we're going to remake a question. Nesper's 7th question was thoughts on ensemble cast and movie films.
We got confused on that one.
Because we thought you were talking about a movie.
We dumb.
Yeah, dirt on us. We're really sorry because we actually were finished the question. It's like, that's a really weird thing. We actually tried looking for the thing called ensemble. It's like, wait a minute.
We found a bunch of things.
And then we're like, oh crap.
Movie cast.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm not that big in movie casting.
No, me neither.
So, yeah, this is just basically us apologizing. We're idiots.
The guy from Machete should be in it, though. That's what I say.
Next one is, have you read Rocketeer Adventures yet?
Nope.
Nope. I want to, though. I mean, everyone hears...
What is Rocketeer Adventures?
You remember that movie called The Rocketeer?
Yes.
That's what it's based off of.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I actually want to read that comic, so, yeah. Excuse the background noise. Worst comic book you've ever read. One More Day. And The Clone Saga. And Punisher, Dark Reign, The List, The Punisher.
I haven't read any bad ones yet.
Yeah. You will, trust me. You'll know when it's bad.
When M. Night Shyamalan comes out with one, we'll know.
Alright, your 10th question is, most annoying actor or actress around today? Megan Fox.
Actor or actress?
Both. Megan Fox, Jack Black when you give him nothing to do.
Yeah, if you don't really give him a big part, he's not that great.
Yeah. Will Ferrell.
I keep forgetting his name from the Green Hornet.
Seth Rogen.
Yes.
He's actually funny.
He's funny, but he's better off as a voice actor.
Maybe. I'm going to say, yeah, him. No, I was going to say someone from The Hangover, but I actually thought about it. No, they're actually pretty funny.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. I say Will Ferrell because he acts like the same character in every movie. Man-child.
Yeah.
You were. I actually want to say Jim Carrey, but I can't.
Nobody can.
Well, actually, some people can because they find him annoying now. I can't because that's his character. He's like that every day. Question.
Excalibur.
Where did that come from?
No. Okay. For those of you who know what I'm talking about, you'll know.
Okay. Question 11. Sucker Punch ladies versus Danger Girl ladies. Who would win?
Okay, who's Danger Girl ladies?
It's a comic book series. I'm going to go with the Danger Girls.
Okay, since I've only seen Sucker Punch, I'm going to say Sucker Punch.
There you go. Question 12, your final question. What comic or graphic novel do you want to read the most? That's a tough one.
I want to read the very last issue of Chrono Crusade.
That's manga, but okay, we can go.
It's a graphic... Well, a lot of people consider them graphic novels.
Yeah.
Because they're idiots.
But, yeah, there's a lot. There's too many to name for me.
I want to see that one Darkness. Ginormous thing I found at Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah, the Darkness Compendium.
Yeah, I want to read that.
Yeah, just for those that don't know, Meta over here really has gotten into the darkness.
Yes. We went to Free Comic Book Day and found this ginormous Darkness comic.
Yeah, which came to issues 1 through 50 of Darkness.
$60.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you for the questions, Nesper. We're going to move on to Dark Knight 1X. 3 questions. First one being, do you blame the Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster families for the DC reboot? I do. The money-hungry people, I think, are the main reason this is happening to DC. That's more than likely the reason.
Yeah.
Because, let's face it, Superman had everything going good. But then again, the Siegel and Schuster's family happened. And now we got a new costume out of it, which actually looks kind of interesting. I mean, it looks kind of like body armor, but...
I haven't seen it yet.
Hang on, it's my desktop page.
Okay.
Yeah,
that was nice.
I mean, it looked kind of funny when George Perez drew it, but Jim Lee drew it a little bit better. But still, why does he need body armor? 2. Would you like to see Dick Grayson in the new Nightfall Batman Azrael costume? Well, for those who know, yeah, Dick Grayson's going to go back to Nightwing from being Batman. I hate that.
Yeah, but it's happening.
Yeah. Also, for people who are wondering why I have Kenpachi Zaraki on here, Justin really likes Bleach, so I was like, here, let's put your favorite character in the Q&A. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know why we just talked about that randomly, but I think I remember that Bleach question, so I didn't want to look like a hypocrite. But yeah, I think it'd be cool, but sadly he'd still be Batman, wouldn't he, with the armor?
Yeah.
And 3, should Dakin join Cyclops' X-Men team to stick it to Wolverine? Yes, Cyclops and X-Men are going to make their 2 own X-Men teams.
Okay.
That'd be interesting, but Dakin would have his own thing behind it. You know, Wolverine's son. I think he'd just do it. Yeah, actually, he would do it to piss him off. But then he'd try to take over the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the whole, like, I'm going to join to piss Daddy off.
Yeah. And don't say he's above that. He's not. Next few questions are from Wolfman Thomas. First question being, which anime or cartoon character would be a worthy Green Lantern? Any ideas?
Well, okay, everyone's probably going to slam me for liking the Batman series, but I'm going to say Batman.
Batman was a Green Lantern for a short time.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well then.
I think it was supposed to be like nothing based off of comic books, so anyway, so.
Okay then, I would like to see, I had it, then I lost it.
Ichigo would be a cool Green Lantern.
You would. I want to see Scarlet Witch as a Green Lantern.
Comic book character again. It's only supposed to be animated cartoons.
Is that what the question was?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's very easily. Simone.
From...
Gurren Lagann.
I'm going to say... There are lots. Who'd make a really good Green Lantern for me is Sokka from Avatar The Last Airbender. If you guys watch the series, yeah, he acts a lot like Hal Jordan. That's my pick. Second question: what DC comic book character would be cool made into an anime?
Well, there's already been one. Well, not DC, but Marvel.
Yeah. For DC, I'd have to say Swamp Thing would be a cool anime. Deadman, Etrigan, the demon.
Morpheus the Living Vampire.
That's Marvel.
Is it?
Yeah.
Who's the vampire in DC?
I Vampire. There's a couple right there. But I actually did a whole video on it. I said Wonder Woman would be a cool anime.
It would.
Yeah.
It would be a guy anime.
No. If you do it right, it wouldn't be total fan service. Green Arrow.
Yes,
and Green Lantern. Green Lantern, that'd be my number 1 pick for DC anime.
Yes.
Your next question is, Wolfman Thomas, is which fictional universe would you want to live in? Oh wait, I skipped one. My bad. What comic universe do you see the Stormhawks in? This is all
their own.
Personally, I'd like to see them in either. I say DC because DC or Image. I say those two because in DC they could probably they're only considering the Teen Titans are the only young superhero team. You can't really say the Outsiders or upcoming Outlaws because theirs are like young adults in their 20s.
Right.
So Stormhawks would work as as another young teen group. And I also say Image because maybe you could probably do a little more darker stuff with those characters, and it'd be really cool to see them interact with Spawn and Astounding Wolfman and all them.
Now the question: which fictional universe would you want to live in?
None. I'd feel safe in the Vertigo universe, actually. I'd actually because everything happens in there, everything's in its own little thing.
I would live in the Dark Horse universe.
Okay. I mean, Dark Horse doesn't really have a universe per se, but...
Top Cow, then.
Okay, Top Cow. I mean, it'd be better than... I was going to say Wildstorm, but I don't think it's gone, but I would not want to live in the Wildstorm universe. I don't say Marvel or DC because... Everywhere you look, everything's going to get blown up.
Magneto you'd be wondering what's happening while Magneto's lifting the city.
Yeah. Although Magneto's on the X-Men now.
Hulk smashes your car.
Yeah. You have to get Hulk insurance.
Just superhero insurance in general.
Yeah. Zombie apocalypse or alien invasion?
Okay, what does that mean?
Which would you want to survive? Which do you think you could survive better?
Zombie apocalypse.
Yeah. I mean, I got the zombie survival guide, people. I'm set.
So do I.
Yeah.
First of all, aliens are smart.
Yeah.
They could assert dominance in their own government if they were to overtake Earth. Zombies, they just roam around.
Yeah. And especially if you have the zombie survival guide,
you're set. Or you have common sense.
Yeah. One of the two. Luckily, I have the zombie survival guides.
If you have both, then you're pretty much set.
Yeah. Do you think Hollywood has ran out of ideas?
God, yes.
Yeah.
Have you been paying attention? They've been doing nothing but other series and reboots.
Yeah. And digging deeper into the media.
Yeah.
That's a short one right there. Okay, next question is, what 80s cartoon would you want to see remade? Well, since they're doing Thundercats a remake, how about...
Was Voltron in the 80s?
Yeah, it's got a new series called Voltron Force.
I want that one to be scrapped and them to just kind of just redo the old Voltron cartoon with improved graphics.
You mean like all 3D or all 2D?
Yeah. Just improved.
Alright.
Because whenever I watch Voltron Force, it reminds me I feel like I'm watching Megas XLR.
Only worse, in your opinion. I actually like the story of it. It's a sequel to the old 80s cartoon. I can't really think of one. I mean, for 90s, I would definitely like to see, for a 90s cartoon to be reboot, if we want to go that route.
All the old all the old classic ones, like the old Batman, 90s Batman.
Well, they're kind of doing a new Batman series, but me personally, I would like to see, if we want to go down 90s route, if I may, I'd like to see Street Sharks and Extreme Dinosaurs be remade.
Gargoyles.
Yes! I was about to say that. See, this is why he's the right side of the brain.
Yes.
I keep the left side.
But we just went in the 90s. They're supposed to be 80s.
I couldn't think of any 80s, because they already did because I was going to say Thundercats, but Thundercats getting a reboot.
Yeah. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe.
They got one.
I'm going to punch somebody then.
Your final question is, which non-superpowered characters would survive a zombie apocalypse?
Green Arrow.
Okay. Batman.
Batman, Green Arrow. Bullseye.
Yeah. Well, no, Punisher.
Punisher, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's actually a comic called Punisher: The End, which actually has like radiation and zombies and all that stuff.
Here's another one.
Moon Knight.
Yeah. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, actually, a lot of these non-superpowered characters would survive a zombie apocalypse. But yeah, thank you for the questions.
Wolfman Thomas.
Yeah, thank you. We're gonna move on to Mystery 997. 2 questions, which I think we might have a little time for them. Which deaths had the more effects on heroes' lives? Uncle Ben to Spider-Man, the Wangs to Batman, or the Flying Graysons to Dick Grayson?
Let me reread the question.
Which deaths had the more effects on heroes' lives? I'm going to say Batman.
Yeah, his had the greatest.
Yeah, because he couldn't really... As much as he said he could have done something, he couldn't have. He was just 8 years old. And furthermore...
Stab him in the eye with a fork.
Yeah, without Bruce Wayne becoming Batman, we wouldn't have had... Dick Grayson would have never become, Robin. And Spider-Man, it was kind of self-inflicted. Like, he could have stopped that guy, but he didn't.
Yeah.
It's not like with Batman, with Bruce Wayne, where he's a kid. Spider-Man already had his powers and all that. So,
right.
As much as I don't want to diss Spider-Man, but that's how I see it.
Yeah, Spider-Man let the guy go, and guess what happened?
Yeah.
He died. Number 2?
Yeah, number 2, we're going to wrap this up. I think Liam Neeson would be a great fit for Batman Beyond Bruce Wayne based on his performance in the A-Team in Batman Begins. I also think Jackson Rathbone or Josh Hutcherson would do a great Terry McGinnis. Do you agree, or you have someone else? I'm going to say Clint Eastwood as Old Man Batman. Not as much as I like Liam Neeson.
Adam West.
I'm going to say Clint Eastwood as Old Bruce Wayne. He would be awesome.
He would.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Come here, punk.
Yeah, for a Batman Beyond live-action TV series, that's who I'd pick.
That would be funny. Come here, punk.
Old man, but I don't know who to pick for Terry.